Back in the locker room, Tunch and Wolf brought to you by Chrysler Jeep Dodge. We're talking roller derby with Lindsay Kelly and Christine Koryketch. And Christine, you've used to be a jammer, and now you are a blocker. And you lost a step because of an injury, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just so wrong. He's just sitting there going, lost a step.
Well, I mean, was she?
She's a guest for crying out loud.
That was not rude. I mean, you lost a step. They moved you out to tackle. And
that's true.
That's right.
Remember that.
I will. Anyways, so tell us what happened and kind of the difference in speed.
It was difference in speed. I was at a scrimmage night at league practice, and unfortunately, as I was getting hit jamming, I was followed outside of the bounds of the rink, and you're not really supposed to chase your jammer out because you'll get pointed to. So the blocker continued to do so, and when she hit me, I landed wrong on my leg, and when I came down, I kind of hyperextended it.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, CAT scan later and what have you, I was on crutches, and my jammer career was done.
Yeah, so you're down to the front line.
Yeah,
right?
basically.
It's kind of like you went from being a running back to an offensive lineman, like
China doll to a hog. Only
I mean,
that, you guys. That doesn't
it's
make
great
sense.
though, because now that I'm a blocker, I've been training as only a blocker, so I don't have to keep that in mind. But the speed, in the second question you had asked, it's quite different. You have to have the stamina, the endurance to continue to be a jammer. Blockers will have your breaks, you know, when you're hitting somebody, or you know, just kind of waiting for the next jam to come around. But the jammers, they take a lot of endurance. It's
All right, Lindsay, you're roaring around the track. You're catching up. You see one of the blockers there. What's your move?
Duck.
Duck. Just duck?
Yeah.
No, don't you like give them the old okey doke? You know, fake one way, go the other.
There's a million different ways you can get around the jammers. You know, there's a couple girls, you know, strategy moves that they'll just get down real small and sneak under everybody.
Can you do that? Can you do that like between a leg thing?
Not between the legs. You'll take someone out.
Yeah.
Because if they don't know you're coming, it's just asking for a dangerous fall.
Right.
But I mean, you can duck and weave in between everybody. You can do the fake outs, or you can just wait, like slow up a little bit when you come up behind the pack. Watch for an opening, because your girls on your team are trained to help you and inhibit the other jammer.
They try to make holes.
So if they know you're coming, you can yell, and you know, different teams have different plays. Like if they send a signal and they're waving over here, and you're just like, okay, I know what that play means, and you can go for it. So it's really different depending on your team, your strategies, you know, who trains you and who you've really learned from.
You should ask her about her strategies.
Tell me about your strategy.
No, I can't. I'm playing her in August.
Hey, nice.
Cheap.
Wow, that's very good.
Very veteran move by you, Christine.
Now,
Very veteran.
let me ask you something about some of your skills. Can you hockey stop on those, or you know, you got to use
stop?
T stops, where you just kind of bring your skates to a T.
Okay.
You know, turn around and stop. You can use your stoppers.
Right.
Some girls can do the hockey stops.
I tried that once when I was like 10 years old, trying to impress some little girl down at the local rink. Had an absolutely spectacular.
Trying is the operative word there.
Yeah, absolutely spectacular crash in the food line. I'm telling you, that was really a bummer.
Oh, I'll bet. I'll bet. You must have took out a bunch of people.
I did.
Did you impress her?
No, she did. When the pop landed on her, she just didn't think it was very funny. So
do a lot of people
forget
get
the
injured?
hockey stops.
A lot of people get injured.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You were talking about your team is down, and how many teams are here in Pittsburgh?
4 teams.
4 teams. And you guys play each other.
Correct.
And then the winner of, is it a round robin, or do you get into playoffs to get out to the next round?
No, it's just straight round robin.
Round robin. Yeah, whoever has the best record at the end goes to the next level.
That's right.
Now, who would you play if, say, your team won the this division? Who would you play next in the playoffs?
Actually, well, her team. It depends on who wins our next game.
Right.
Say if we won, it would be between the Slumber Party Slashers and actually no, it would be between the Slumber Party Slashers and the B Doctors.
Yeah. So do you play? Will someone eventually get out of Pittsburgh and go play New York or New Jersey or?
After the season ends, after the championship in September, there's a travel team, and the travel team is compromised of composed of all the teams that we have.
Oh, that's very good. So now, who plays the best roller derby in the country?
Steel City Derby Demons.
Of course.
No, now you were telling me off the air that there was
What are the hot
New
spots
Jersey,
in the country?
New Jersey or New York?
Well,
they're like
There's a lot of leagues that are older
It's okay.
than us.
I mean,
They've been around longer.
Yeah, right,
so
right.
New York's been around a lot longer than us. The Gotham girls are amazing to watch. They're
Yeah.
incredible skaters. I've learned a lot from watching them. Philly's been around for a little bit longer than us, maybe two years, I believe. And so Philly's really good. Cleveland's the same age as us. It's their first season also.
Yeah, but Cleveland stinks. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
You're talking football now. Derby's a whole nother world.
sisterhood.
I see. What about like say Phoenix? You know, I mean, you get a lot of skaters down there. I mean,
Or L.A.,
I'm sure.
Venice Beach, everybody's roller skating
Well,
at Venice
in
Beach.
LA, they
they're
have the
all
Derby
even
Dolls.
Granola.
That's
Yeah.
a bank track league
Oh,
because there's
there-
3 bank track leagues in the U.S.
Uh-huh.
But they play by different rules. Like you can't hit the girls to the inside of the bank track, but we're allowed to hit girls to the inside of our flat track. So it's a whole other set of rules. It's a whole other dynamic. Like they don't have toe stops on their skates. They have jam plugs, which look like pencil erasers that we couldn't stop on if our life depended on it. So it's very, very different on the bank track for those girls.
now on the bank track, would you guys ever want to try that?
I would love to.
Really? Okay.
I would love
So
to
is it-
practice with them.
You think?
Just like-
It looks
No.
like you get going really fast on a bank track.
Yeah, that's what I'd
What
be
about when
excited about.
somebody goes shooting off over the railing? I mean, that looks like it could be painful.
Rib. Yeah. We
What
had-
happens to you guys when you go out of bounds?
We get a penalty, or it depends on why we went out.
So if you're drilled out of bounds,
It's not necessarily a penalty if we're hit out of bounds. Like if someone just rides us with their shoulder all the way out, that's not a penalty on us necessarily. But if I say I'm coming up to jam and someone just steps right in my way and I step out of bounds in front of them or behind them to get around them, that's a penalty on me because I
Which could kill
intentionally
her
did
as a
it.
jammer because she'll lose that point.
so now are your family members, your loved ones, fearful of your physical well-being playing this? I mean, like, did anybody? I'll start with you, Christine. Did anyone go? Are you nuts? What do you know?
Yeah, my mom and dad.
Your
don't
mom
like-
and dad?
They don't like to talk
They,
about it.
they don't want to talk about
What
it.
happens if you break your leg or you do something? You know?
Well,
Okay.
you guys, it's not like you guys are getting paid. You guys,
Right.
yeah, let's say this isn't a professional league where you. I was asking Kelly or Lindsay off the air if she gets hurt, who pays for it? And you guys got to pay. Take care. How do you get insured? I had a roller derby. Sorry, declined.
Everyone at the doctor's office thinks it's hilarious. Like, how'd you, because I just sprained my quad recently at a game, and I went to the doctor finally, and they're like, oh, how'd you do it? And I said, I was in a roller derby bout, and I got hit, and then I got back in, and then I got hit again, then I went back in. By the end of the game, it was excruciating, and I had to come see you. And they're like, roller derby? Really? I said, yeah.
Now I got to ask you real quick, Lindsay. We asked Christine about it. All your friends, loved ones, think you're nuts.
A lot of my friends are in it, and a lot of my friends will come watch me, but same as her, my parents just think I'm nuts.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, what did they say? What was the reaction when you said, "Mom, Dad, I'm going to do roller derby"?
Well, I didn't tell them for a while because I wasn't sure
Okay.
their reaction. I didn't know how well I was going to like it or how time-consuming it would be.
Right.
But once I really had my heart set on it, I told them, and they were just like,
Yeah,
They
Dad's
read all
going,
the
"That's my little
articles
girl."
about the roller derby, and they'll let me talk about it, and they'll listen to me talk about it. But I mean, nobody wants to see their daughter get injured.
Oh, well, ladies, thank you very much. Good luck to you. When you play each other, be nice. All right? Thanks very much.
Play fair.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to clean up the mess and close out the show right here. Touch a Wolf in the locker room.